As the first golden rays of dawn creep over the rolling hills of Tuscany, a gentle mist rises from the valleys, cloaking the ancient landscape in a soft, ethereal veil. Imagine winding down a narrow, cypress-lined driveway, the tall, slender trees standing like silent guardians against the azure sky. The air carries the faint scent of wild rosemary and earth, still damp from the night's dew. This is no ordinary escape. This is a hidden Tuscan villa, a sanctuary of stone and serenity where time itself seems to pause, inviting you to savor the art of slow luxury. Nestled amid vineyards that stretch like emerald waves toward the horizon, the villa emerges, a masterpiece of rustic elegance with terracotta-tiled roofs glowing warm under the sun, thick stone walls whispering tales of centuries past, and arched windows framing views that could inspire a Renaissance painter. Here, in this secluded haven, we embark on a week-long journey, where every moment unfolds like a fine Chianti, rich, layered, and meant to be lingered over. Day one begins with the soft hush of morning light filtering through heavy linen curtains, casting a warm glow across the villa's master suite. The room is a blend of timeless charm and subtle opulence. Exposed wooden beams overhead, frescoed walls depicting pastoral scenes of grape harvests from long ago, and a four-poster bed draped in crisp, white Egyptian cotton sheets that feel like a gentle embrace against your skin. As you stir awake, the distant crow of a rooster echoes through the valley, mingling with the rustle of olive leaves and the breeze outside. The air is crisp, infused with the earthy aroma of the surrounding groves, where ancient trees twist their silver-green branches toward the sky. Descending the worn stone staircase, each step polished by generations of feet, you enter the heart of the villa, the kitchen. Here, breakfast awaits like a still-life painting. Fresh-baked focaccia, its crust golden and crackling, drizzled with the villa's own extra virgin olive oil, pressed from olives harvested just last autumn. Slices of ripe figs, their juicy flesh bursting with sweetness, pair with creamy Pecorino Toscano cheese, tangy and nutty on the tongue. A pot of strong espresso simmers on the stove, its bitter steam rising to meet the scent of blooming lavender from the garden beyond. Sipping slowly from a hand-painted ceramic cup, you step onto the terrace, where an infinity pool mirrors the endless blue of the sky, its water cool and inviting, promising a day of unhurried indulgence. As the sun climbs higher, the afternoon unfolds in the villa's private vineyard, a verdant expanse where rows of Sangiovese vines heavy with clusters of deep purple grapes bask in the warmth. The soil underfoot is rich and loamy, crunching softly with each step, releasing a mineral scent that speaks of the land's volcanic heritage. Guided by the villa's caretaker, a weathered local with stories etched into his smile, you wander the paths, learning the rhythms of Tuscan viticulture. How the vines are pruned by hand in winter, their buds bursting forth in spring like promises of abundance. The air hums with the lazy buzz of bees flitting among wildflowers, and the distant chime of church bells from a nearby hilltop village adds a melodic layer to the scene. Pausing beneath a pergola draped in wisteria, you taste the first fruits of the land. A glass of young Chianti, its ruby hue catching the light, offering notes of cherry and spice that dance on your palate. The luxury here is not in extravagance, but in the simplicity of connection. To the earth, to tradition, to the slow art of cultivation that has defined Tuscany since Etruscan times. As shadows lengthen, you retreat to the villa's library, a cozy nook lined with leather-bound volumes on Renaissance art and local history, the pages yellowed and fragrant with age, inviting you to lose yourself in tales of Medici patronage and the masters like Leonardo da Vinci who once drew inspiration from these very hills. Evening descends like a velvet curtain, the sky shifting from amber to indigo as the first stars prick the heavens. In the villa's dining room, illuminated by flickering candlelight that dances across antique silverware and crystal glasses, a Tuscan feast materializes. The table groans under platters of handmade pappardelle pasta, ribbons of dough tossed with wild boar ragu, simmered for hours with rosemary, sage, and a splash of robust red wine until the meat melts like butter. Each bite is a symphony of flavors, earthy, savory, with a hint of wild game that evokes the forested hills beyond. Accompanied by a bottle of Brunello di Montalcino from a neighboring estate, its deep garnet color and complex bouquet of blackberries, leather, and vanilla unfold with every sip, warming you from within. The room's stone fireplace crackles softly, its flames casting a golden hue on the frescoed ceilings, while outside crickets serenade the night. Dessert arrives as a simple yet divine crostata, a tart filled with apricot jam from the villa's orchard, its flaky crust crumbling delicately. As you linger over coffee, the world outside fades, leaving only the profound quiet of the Tuscan night, where luxury whispers that true richness lies in these unhurried moments. Day 2 awakens with the gentle patter of dew dripping from the terracotta eaves, the villa enveloped in a light fog that softens the outlines of the cypress trees lining the drive. In the master bath, steam rises from a clawfoot tub filled with water scented by essential oils of local herbs, thyme and mint mingling in the air like a natural perfume. Soaking there, you feel the warmth seep into your bones, the porcelain smooth against your skin, while birdsong filters through the open window, a chorus of finches and swallows welcoming the day. Breakfast this morning is al fresco on the terrace, where the infinity pool's edge blurs into the horizon of undulating hills. Freshly squeezed orange juice, tart and vibrant, complements slices of prosciutto di Parma, silky and salty, draped over melon wedges that drip with sweetness. The bread, still warm from the oven, is slathered with ricotta drizzled in honey from the villa's beehives, each spoonful a blend of creamy texture and floral notes. As the mist burns away, revealing a sky of flawless blue, you savor the silence, broken only by the occasional lowing of cattle in distant pastures, a reminder of Tuscany's pastoral soul. The afternoon invites exploration of the olive groves that encircle the villa, their gnarled trunks twisted like ancient sculptures, bearing leaves that shimmer silver in the breeze. The ground is carpeted in wild herbs, oregano and fennel releasing their pungent aromas as you brush past. Here, in the heart of harvest season traditions that date back to Roman times, you join a small group for a gentle walk, learning how olives are handpicked to avoid bruising, then pressed into liquid gold. The air is alive with the scent of ripening fruit, and the caretaker shares tales of festivals where communities gather to celebrate the yield, with music and dancing under the stars. Pausing for a picnic amid the groves, you unfold a spread of antipasti. Marinated artichokes tangy with vinegar, sun-dried tomatoes bursting with concentrated flavor, and bruschetta topped with chopped heirloom tomatoes, basil, and a generous pour of olive oil. The luxury unfolds in the tactile joy of it all. The rough bark under your fingers, the sun's warmth on your face, the way time stretches like the endless rows of trees, allowing worries to dissolve into the landscape. As twilight paints the sky in hues of lavender and rose, the evening centers on the villa's wine cellar, a cool, vaulted chamber carved into the hillside, its walls lined with dusty bottles from estates like Antinori and Castello di Alma. The air down here is musty and inviting, redolent of oak and aged cork. Selecting a vintage Chianti Classico, you ascend to the rooftop terrace, where wrought iron furniture overlooks the valley now dotted with twinkling village lights. Dinner is a celebration of local bounty. Ribollita soup, thick with kale, beans, and day-old bread soaked in flavorful broth, warming the soul on this cooler night. Followed by grilled Fiorentina steak, its charred exterior giving way to juicy, rare perfection, seasoned simply with sea salt and rosemary. Each cut reveals the marbling of grass-fed beef, paired with roasted potatoes crisp on the outside, fluffy within. Under a canopy of stars, the Milky Way arching overhead like a river of diamonds, you sip wine that tastes of the terroir, earthy minerals, and ripe berries. The night's symphony includes the hoot of an owl and the faint rustle of wildlife in the underbrush, encapsulating the essence of slow luxury, a deliberate pause in life's rush, where every sense is awakened. On day 3, morning light spills across the villa's courtyard, where climbing roses twine around stone columns, their petals unfurling in shades of pink and cream, releasing a sweet, heady fragrance that mingles with the aroma of brewing coffee. In the bedroom, you awaken to the soft chime of a distant bell tower, signaling the hour in a village steeped in medieval history. The floors, cool terracotta tiles underfoot, lead you to the kitchen where breakfast features uva and purgatorio, eggs poached in a spicy tomato sauce, bubbling gently, their yolks rich and golden. Accompanied by slices of pane Toscano, unsalted bread perfect for sopping up flavors, and fresh berries picked from the garden, tart and juicy. Seated at a wooden table scarred by years of use, you feel the weight of tradition, as if the villa itself is sharing its stories through these simple rituals. Afternoon ventures beyond the villa's gates to a nearby Renaissance town, its cobblestone streets winding uphill to a piazza framed by ochre buildings and a fountain trickling crystal-clear water. The air carries the scent of leather from artisan shops, where craftsmen tool belts and bags by hand, a craft passed down through generations. Exploring a small museum, you stand before frescoes by lesser-known pupils of Giotto, their colors still vivid after centuries, depicting scenes of daily life that mirror the timeless Tuscany outside. Lunch at a family-run trattoria offers panzanella salad, bread soaked in vinaigrette with cucumbers, onions, and basil, refreshing in the midday heat. The luxury lies in the unscripted wanderings, the feel of sun-warmed stone under your palm, the echo of your footsteps in empty alleys, the way history envelopes you like a fine silk scarf. Evening returns you to the villa's embrace, where the salon glows with lamplight reflecting off polished antiques. Dinner begins with crostini topped with chicken liver pâté, smooth and savory, spread on toasted bread. Main course, osso buco, veal shanks braised until tender, the marrow melting into a gremolata of lemon zest and parsley that brightens each bite. Paired with a super Tuscan wine, bold Sassicaia with its blackcurrant and cedar notes, sipped from balloon glasses that enhance the bouquet. As night deepens, you recline on plush cushions by the fire pit, flames leaping to warm the chill air scented with wood smoke. Stars wheel above, and in this moment, slow luxury reveals itself as permission to simply be, amid the whispers of the wind through the cypresses. Day 4 greets you with a sunrise that bathes the villa in rose gold, the infinity pool's surface rippling gently in the breeze, inviting a morning swim. The water is silky cool, enveloping you like liquid velvet, while the panorama of vineyards awakens with birds darting among the vines. Emerging refreshed, breakfast awaits. Cornetti filled with apricot preserves, flaky and buttery, alongside cappuccino frothed to perfection, its foam creamy on your lips. The terrace table is adorned with wildflowers in a ceramic vase, their colors echoing the landscape's palette. The afternoon is devoted to the villa's spa-like hammam, a steam room tiled in mosaic patterns inspired by ancient Roman baths, where eucalyptus-infused vapor clears your mind and soothes your skin. Wrapped in plush robes, you transition to a massage using oils pressed from local almonds, the therapist's hands kneading away any lingering tension with rhythmic strokes. Later, a stroll through the herb garden, fingers brushing lavender and sage, releasing bursts of aroma that inspire thoughts of Tuscan apothecaries from centuries past. A light lunch of insalata caprese, mozzarella di bufala creamy and mild, tomatoes sun-ripened and juicy, basil fresh and peppery, eaten under an arbor, where grapes dangle overhead like jewels. As dusk settles, the evening meal unfolds in the outdoor loggia, arches framing the starry sky. Antipasto of affettati misti, salami, coppa, and finocchione with fennel seeds, offers a medley of cured meats, each slice a burst of umami. Primi, risotto al tartufo, rice creamy with parmesan, shaved black truffles adding an earthy depth that lingers on the tongue. Wine, a crisp Vernaccia di San Gimignano, floral and citrusy, cooling the palate. Dessert, Cantucci biscuits dipped in Vin Santo, crunchy almonds meeting sweet amber liquid. The night air, soft and balmy, carries the scent of night-blooming jasmine, while fireflies dance like floating embers, embodying the serene pace of luxury that Tuscany gifts. Morning of day 5 arrives with the soft coo of doves nesting in the villa's eaves, the air fresh with the promise of rain that never comes, leaving the sky a brilliant cerulean. In the suite, you linger in bed, tracing patterns on the frescoed walls with your eyes, scenes of merry feasts that hint at the region's joyful heritage. Breakfast, frittata loaded with zucchini, onions, and pecorino, golden and fluffy, served with pain carousel crackers and a side of yogurt swirled with chestnut honey, nutty and viscous. Afternoon leads to a private cooking class in the villa's kitchen, where a local nonna demonstrates the art of handmade pasta. Flour dusted on marble counters, dough kneaded until supple, rolled into tagliatelle that cooks to al dente perfection. The room fills with the steam of boiling water and the sizzle of garlic and olive oil, scents that evoke family gatherings across generations. Tasting the results with a simple pomodoro sauce, basil bright and tomatoes tangy, you appreciate the cultural thread of Tuscan cuisine, born from necessity yet elevated to elegance. A visit to the nearby olive mill follows, where massive stone wheels crush fruit into emerald oil, the process unchanged since medieval times. Evening's repast is a banquet under the stars. Bistecca alla Fiorentina grilled over embers, its T-bone charred yet tender, juices mingling with arugula salad dressed in balsamic. Wine flows, a velvety Nobile di Montepulciano, with plum and tobacco notes. As the meal winds down, a guitarist strums folk tunes, melodies that echo through the valleys, blending with the chorus of cicadas. In this cocoon of sensory delight, time dilates, allowing the soul to expand in quiet luxury. Day 6 opens with sunlight streaming through vine-covered pergolas, casting dappled shadows on the courtyard fountain, its water murmuring like a secret shared. Awakening to the aroma of fresh bread baking, you descend for breakfast. Pan di Ramerino buns studded with raisins and rosemary, warm and fragrant, paired with cafelat in oversized bowls. The morning invites reflection by the pool, book in hand, the pages turning slowly as the sun arcs overhead. Afternoon explores a hidden trail through the woods, where wild boar's root and porcini mushrooms hide under leaves, their earthy smell rising with each step. Emerging at a viewpoint, the vista of Siena's towers in the distance recalls the Renaissance rivalry that shaped art like Botticelli's masterpieces. A packed lunch of panini with mortadella and pistachios, chewy and savory, sustains the journey back. Evening culminates in a wine tasting on the terrace, flights of Barolo and Amarone, though Tuscan at heart, expanding the palate with layers of fruit and spice. Dinner, caciucco stew brimming with seafood, though inland, adapted with local twists, tomatoes, garlic, and chili creating a robust broth. Under a full moon bathing the landscape in silver, the night's tranquility underscores the luxury of disconnection. The final day, Day 7, dawns with a poignant softness, the villa's stones absorbing the last hues of sunrise. Breakfast, schiacciata flatbread topped with grapes, sweet and yeasty, a nod to harvest festivals. The morning is for gentle farewells, a last dip in the pool, water reflecting the cypresses like sentinels. Afternoon meanders through the villa's art studio, where you dabble in watercolors, capturing the hill's contours, inspired by the land's artistic legacy from Michelangelo's quarries nearby. A farewell lunch of ribollita reheated to perfection, flavors deepened overnight. Evening closes with a sunset aperitivo, spritz with Aperol, bitter orange mingling with Prosecco bubbles, followed by a light cena of cheese platters and fruits. As stars emerge, the week reflects in your heart. In the hush of this Tuscan retreat, slow luxury emerges not as fleeting indulgence, but as a profound return to essence. Tuscany, with its ancient vines and timeless stones, teaches that true opulence is in the pause. The savoring of a sun-ripened tomato, the linger of wine on the lips, the quiet communion with nature's rhythms. Here, time bends to your will, allowing the soul to bloom amid the hills, a reminder that in slowing down, we discover the richest life of all.